You should watch this movie, Shawnee.
But why, Nathy?
Are you asking me why should I watch? You are listening to Why Should I Watch, the podcast about movies and ideas. Good afternoon, Sean.
Good afternoon, Nathan. Me?
Doesn't really matter what time we say.
No, there's no time on a podcast.
Because you could be listening to this in the morning.
Look, Nathan.
Hello,
All
listener.
jokes aside, look, we have a serious discussion to talk
It
about.
is very serious today.
Dark days have come onto our lives.
That's true.
We've reviewed and discussed a lot of potential films out there, and some of them good, some of them bad.
Yes.
Today, I think we've hit a newest low.
A new low? I would agree.
Today, we're future reviewing the new Jumanji film. It's coming out on the 26th of December. If you can't hear the excitement in my voice, well, then there is none.
Starring Robin Williams. Oh, too soon.
Oh, wow. He appears as a ghost. Now, look,
No, that was a bad joke.
I'm just going to jump straight into this and just say, from the trailers that I've seen, I think it's terrible. I think it's disgusting.
What in the trailer made you think that?
Oh, all right. I got my little clipboard here. From the notes that I've written in my anger, trailer was horrible, obvious, spelt wrong, characters and roles. So,
Hang on, you wrote it, and now you know it's spelt wrong.
look at that. That's not obvious.
Yeah, but you wrote it. You could have spelt it right.
Yeah, I know, but I was in a rush.
Okay.
Obvious. Well, what I mean by obvious characters and roles. Look, I think it's cheap, and I feel like it's like a poorly written Family Guy episode, where the characters are obviously they're changing roles. So the jock turns into the funny little black guy, aka Kevin Hart. He's not really that funny.
Was he the jock?
Yeah, he's the jock, and the kind of nerdy gamer guy turns into the Rock, the really muscular, charismatic man.
Yep.
Because it's a parallel. Yeah, you know, you switch over to a different alternative, whatever, and then so the hot chick turns into Jack Black because he's a middle-aged, overweight man who's funny, who's the white version of Kevin Hart.
I like that.
So that's the same character. Then you've got the kind of lonely... I haven't seen the movie, but the loner kind of girl who might have a crush on someone. She turns into the hot commando type girl who looks like the girl from Jurassic World, who is showing a lot of skin for marketing. And so just from that, you can really tell like this was written in about an hour.
Okay.
And they thought, how are we going to make this film? Okay, board games aren't cool anymore. No one plays board games. Let's make it a video game. I'm surprised it's not like a mobile app or something that they're playing on their phones.
That's the sequel.
That's the sequel. It's an app.
Jumanji.
And it's with VR.
Yeah.
And so they jump into this world and antics pursue as they go around and they do whatever. Yeah, so that from that quick instance, I was already taken out of the film and bored out of my mind.
From a 5-minute trailer.
Which
is really long for a trailer.
It is.
That's like a sixth of the movie.
And it tells you everything you need to know.
12th.
And I don't want to know anything about it.
Or
They could have just left it a big mystery.
Yeah, well, look,
you know.
let's now you've sufficiently talked. Let's give the backstory. So it's based. So this is meant to be the sequel from the original film, which was in 1995, starring Robin Williams, which actually was from a book by Chris Van Allsburg in 1981, Jumanji. Yep. And the idea is that it's a board game, sort of this like ancient cursed board game that brings like the animals into the real world.
Yeah.
When you play it,
hijinks ensue.
Yeah, and Chris Van Allsburg, he wrote. He also did the Polar Express,
and also
Zathura. Yep,
a space adventure.
And I just realized as well he did this book, which is like a favorite of mine. It's called The Mysteries of Harris Burdick, and it's just like these really creepy pictures. Have a look at that.
Yeah,
you should look if you're listening. Have a look at The Mysteries of Harris Burdick. Great book.
Shout out.
But what I think is that, like, I don't know, would he be happy with this?
I think
film that The Rock is starring.
I think he'd be spinning in his grave.
Pretty sure he's still alive.
Well,
didn't check that.
Spinning in his.
Chris is a listener too, so he's got to be alive.
Speaking in his.
If he's listening, Chris,
silk sheets in his mansion.
Oh yeah. Well, he definitely have a mansion from Jumanji.
I think he'd be very sad.
But yeah, so there was the original film. Then there was also an animated series which went from 1996 to 1999.
I remember that. That was a good show.
Yeah, starring Nigel Thornberry as I mean, starring Tim... Damn it, I ruined the joke. Starring Tim Curry as Nigel Thornberry.
Nathan had a really clever joke,
Yeah,
and he just blundered it.
I ruined that. Anyway, this new... Oh, God.
That was good.
The new film is directed by... I'm just going to skip over that. So it's called Jumanji. Its subline is Welcome to the Jungle.
Wasn't there another rock film called Welcome to the Jungle?
They're doing that on purpose to try and like bring people in. And you know what? It wasn't called Welcome to the Jungle. It was only Welcome to the Jungle in Australia. It had like some shitty name like, Death Days or something. It was some stupid title in America.
Jumanji Death Days?
No, not Jumanji, the other rock film.
Oh.
I could look it up for you if you really want.
Nah, I really don't care.
It was like 2003 before the rock.
No.
It was after the Scorpion King. Anyway, the director is Jake Kasdan.
Who?
The director of this film.
Who's
the
Jake?
New Jumanji.
Who's Jake Kasdan?
You may recognize the name Kasdan as the son of Lawrence Kasdan.
Oh.
The writer of Star Wars.
Yeah.
The co-writer of Star Wars.
Oh, he'd be spinning in his grave.
Kasdan? No, he's still alive.
Oh.
He wrote Force Awakens.
Oh.
But Rian Johnson's own is newly written. This is the first Star Wars written without him, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, my.
Although George Lucas, I think, wrote. Anyway, we're back on the start. All pods turn into Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. I really hated Rogue One.
My question is, so the main cast are The Rock, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan, who was the one... Karen Gillan's the girl. And she's like a Scottish actress.
Yeah, I know who she is, but what's she been in?
I could look that up too.
No, I don't.
I was looking that up before, but I think she's been in a few things.
Because she doesn't like the cast is it's a pretty classic
cast. It's a safe cast.
Yeah, it's a safe cast, but then this girl's just out of nowhere.
You've also got Nick Jonas from the Jonas Brothers, Bobby Cannavale.
Hang on, I've got a note about
Dick Jonas, Dick Jonas.
Dick Jonas. No one notice.
Oh, ouch.
His musical career. I don't even know what that says. It says "comes farted." So I don't know what I was trying to write. I think it's just failed. And now
his music career has failed.
Yeah. Now, oh god, how did I get comes farted?
Yeah, that's Korea. Korea has failed. But not really. He's had quite a few hits.
Yeah, but why is he in Jumanji 2?
Because money.
Oh, fair enough.
There
you go, kids.
Reese Darby as well, as a character called Nigel. I'm hoping that's Nigel Thornberry.
Oh, please.
Imagine Reese Darby as Nigel Thornberry. Reese Darby being Murray, the manager in Flight of the Conchords. Bobby Cannavale, he was in... he's that Italian actor. He was in Blue Jasmine, the Vinyl TV series Vinyl. He's in heaps of things. You definitely would have seen him in something.
Okay.
And then there's Missy Pyle, who she's like in a bunch of... she's been in like pretty much every sitcom. She was like one of Jerry's girlfriends, I'm pretty sure. She's got that like LA sort of American look.
Okay.
She's in everything, so...
Oh, yeah.
They're the other cast. Mike, I've only got one question for this film. How can it be good?
Well, let me stop you right there, and we'll go to my clipboard.
Okay.
Look, just gonna say quickly that how can it be good? I'm trying to mold my opinion into your question. I think it can be good with multiple changes.
Yes.
I know it's a bit late, but I'm just gonna shout out a few things that I really hate about this.
I'm ready. That's what I'm here for.
From the trailer, it looks like they have infinite lives. So Jack Black gets eaten by a hippo. And
that's kind of funny.
And I guess for the shock value it is, and parents can be like, oh wow, there goes Jack Black, but then he comes back. Look, I know it's a silly comedy for kids and young teenagers, but the adult me is like, look, if there's no consequence or punishment for dying and doing stupid stuff, I'm not going to be invested. I don't care, because I know that they could just I bet one of them gets shot and then, they just get revived.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? I know I sound like a Grinch.
Yeah, I know. I do know.
Because I get like, they can't die. I get it.
I know. Narrative protection.
If they're going to keep dying over and over again, I'm just going to keep walking out.
What I want to know is, how's it a sequel? Like, what are they going to... Obviously, they're going to refund the old game somehow. Do you think it's going to be a thing like The Rock has moved into the house, the old house?
I think
Robin Williams is character, because apparently this is a tribute to Robin Williams.
What?
They're making the film as a tribute to Robin Williams. That's what The Rock's saying. He's like, it's not a reboot, it's not a remake, it's a sequel as a tribute to Robin Williams. You're really glaring at me like you want to murder me right now. This is not my words. Sean looks like he's in disbelief. I don't think he's going to talk for the rest of the pod.
The Rock, hashtag The Rock. This is a shout out to you.
Yeah.
Don't market the movie on his death, okay?
Mate, he knows what works.
I know he's got a lot of money. He knows what works. That's fair. But don't do it. And if you've got a problem, feel free to contact us. Now,
And Vin Diesel too.
and then
We're still waiting for his feedback on the Stephanie podcast.
go watch that podcast now
Yeah, go watch it.
before we end up in jail. Look,
Yeah, good dead air. It was written by Chris McKenna, who's quite a prominent screenwriter. I wish I could list another thing he's written, but you could look him up. So it's got some talent behind it. It's got some, because Jake Kasdan, even though like we're talking about he's Lawrence Kasdan's son, he's produced quite a few like New Girl, the TV show New Girl, and a bunch of other films. So it's not like he's just a first time director. This is going to be pretty like run of the mill, by the book. Can you not bite my clipboard? Thanks.
sorry, go on.
No, I'm just saying that there's a bit of like, especially with Kevin Hart, The Rock, Jack Black. These people know what they're doing. They've made comedies before.
It's very well crafted in the sense of marketing. No, absolutely. I'm just saying it's gonna suck.
Okay, but I'm trying to. You said you had some more examples. Why?
Look,
Is that all you had? That Jack Black gets eaten by a hippo.
well, no. The point is that I remember what I was gonna say now. I ever since you've told me that this movie is dedicated to Robin Williams,
I think that ruined your brain.
I think I've been a bit blank.
I short circuited you. I should have mentioned that at the
I
end.
bet it'll be. I can't believe I'm bringing this up again. It'll be like Jurassic World. So let me just tell you this. So at one point, they will stumble across the house that Robin Williams was in.
I just said that.
For that,
You've just taken my idea.
No, you didn't.
Why said he'll go move into that old house?
No, they're not going to move in.
Okay.
No, but they'll stumble across it and be like, oh, look, like they won't live there, but they'll stumble across like his old house.
Right.
And he might have like there might be some like picture frames or something like that of like the kids, and whatever. Do you see what I mean? Like they'll find it like in Jurassic World. They'll find the old park.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And they'll brush up and they'll
You've
find
made the
like
connection.
his beard or something and be like, oh wow, oh
Yeah.
whose stuff is all this?
They might. Yeah. I agree with that. I think as well. Well, because the thing is that I don't know how the story's going to be different from the first one, where there was like the hunter. And he was going to kill them. And, he's about to shoot Robin Williams. And he's like, any last words? And Robin Williams was like, Jumanji. Because isn't Jumanji, is it like you roll snake eyes? Or you roll a 12? Like double six? There's a certain roll that's Jumanji. And it puts all the stuff back in the box. That's why they had to keep rolling. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, you had to finish the game.
Someone
he
rolls, finishes it. And
then
the
it's
piece goes
Jumanji.
down and he goes, Jumanji!
Yeah. Yeah, but so that's what this movie's going to be. It's just going to be them getting attacked by animals and having to keep moving around with the game board.
Yeah.
And they're going to get a roll every so often when there's a gap.
Well, how does
and there'll be like a lion that'll take the dice or something.
Because it's a video game, it won't be a roll. There'll be no rolls.
Oh,
There'll
it's
be
a video. Oh, shit.
The only rules will be is they get infinite lives.
What kind of video game is it on the computer or?
It's like a console. It's an old console game. So here comes my next gripe. This is my next gripe.
Damn.
A movie, in my opinion, about something like this, like a game, is more effective if it affects the real world. So you have a board game where the creatures come out and come to life. That's
hang on, so this is like virtual reality.
That's a better idea and a lot more effective than jumping into a video game where it's already all happening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, I don't like that idea at all, that it's just virtual reality.
Essentially, that's what it is. It's just jumping into a video game.
I want to change my Rotten Tomatoes
Everything's
score now.
there already. Where in the original, the creatures come out and they attack you.
Ugh.
That's the point. Like something about Jumanji. It's all about the board game. It's all about the rules. It was done well in the 1995 film. This film is just, it could be titled anything. It could be Journey to the Lost World.
Could just be Welcome to the Jungle.
It could just be Welcome to the Jungle #2. Sean William Scott makes an appearance. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
The rules of this film, it's so cheap. It's so lazy. I'm going to bring out my Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah. Well, I want to change mine now, but I'll stick with it.
I'm going to say 58%.
Ooh, I said 65%.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a bit nice.
Well, that's Fresh. Is Fresh over 60% or 70%? Fresh is over 60, isn't it?
So 58. You going to change yours or leave it?
Now that I know it's a virtual reality.
When we do the review
I'll
of Jumanji...
say 65. I'll say 65.
All right, when we do the review of Jumanji, we'll come back and review this. Unfortunately, that means we need to go see it. So I'll get Super Savers...
we can just download it.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Legally. From Google Play. Anyway...
IMDb 6.7.
Okay. And I want to lay it out here. I think IMDb scores are meaningless
here we
because it's always around 7 or 8 because you can't get an accurate reading, especially when it comes to movies.
No, Birdemic.
Because you have
Birdemic
someone
3 is like 1.3.
yeah, but the problem with IMDb is if someone disliked it, they give it a 1. If someone liked it, they give it 100. People go to the extremes on IMDb.
I know.
Whereas Rotten Tomatoes, it's a yes or a no, and then it aggregates based on everyone's yes or no.
I know.
So I think IMDb scores suck.
Okay.
Anyway,
what's your IMDb score?
I didn't give it 1 because I've refused to do it. Oh, it'll be like a 7 because all IMDb movies are around a 7.
No, we'll see how you go. just lastly.
And what about the budget? Oh, just quickly, we'll do budget and then your last words.
budget?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, box office.
Box office.
I think it might make 200 million. The original made
that's low.
262.8.
Nah, but it's returning and it's all wacky and hijinksy.
Okay, I'll say 300 million.
I'll say 460 million.
Okay. Done. What's
Done.
any last words you want to send us off with?
This is just a nitpick, but I was reading on Wikipedia the character descriptions, and Karen Gillan, the chick, the hot chick, she's supposed to be a commando.
Yeah.
I wrote, she's just made a commando because girls need a role model in a film with The Rock, and she couldn't be a smart scientist. She has to be this ass-kicking tank top sexual appearance.
Are you complaining about that?
Well, a little bit. I think it's more effective if she was just like a brave, brainy person.
Like a Sigourney Weaver
instead of
in
being
Alien.
a commando, which doesn't make sense.
What's Sigourney Weaver's character in Alien?
I don't even know. She's like an engineer or something.
No, what's her character?
Oh,
name?
Ripley.
Oh, Ripley, that's it.
Anyway.
Ridley Scott, Ripley. Do you want to watch Alien now?
Jumanji. Here's a story about our friendship. Nathan, tell them the story how you found me watching Alien.
I saw it was a Wednesday at midday. I went over to Sean's house. It was the middle of the summer.
Of course.
It was a hot day. I went into Sean's house and when his father answered the door, Father Terry. Terry answered the door, said Sean's in his room. So I went to Sean's room, walked in, opened the door. Sean's sitting there on his bed, watching Alien, eating a whole hot chicken on a plate. He was wearing his little beanie, his little blue beanie that made his ears look like an elf. That's when I realized that I have to do a podcast with this guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Moral of the story is Jumanji's gonna suck.
How many days have you done that? Because that was one time I caught you doing it.
Oh, you'll never know. Jumanji will suck. The end.
Why Should I Watch is a Skinny White Boy production. For more information, visit www.skinnywhiteboy.com.